In the last example, I submitted a request to register the details of a new installation within ETSWAP, and having validated my email address and received acknowledgement of that fact, I basically signed off by saying that the request would be approved by the competent authority or otherwise. So just to follow on the example, I have an email that basically confirms that I am indeed an operator that requires access to ETSWAP, and I've been sent a acknowledgement of that fact, and also now an invitation to access ETSWAP for real. The invitation basically provides a link to the site, which we know already. It provides my username, which will, by default will be my email address, and unless I change that. It's important that if you're copying and pasting that you make sure that there aren't any leading or trailing spaces in this, or if you're typing it manually, that you make sure that the case is correct, because the username is case sensitive. Similarly with the password here, this is a one-time password that's generated by the system. I'm just going to copy and paste that into the form fields here. It's less easy to see whether I've got any trailing or leading spaces here, but it's apparent that those are the correct numbers that I've copied across. There's a two-stage security process that requires me to enter my username and password in the first instance, and then selected digits from my PIN number. Again, this is a one-time PIN number, so here I have 466782. So I type in 4667, I think it was, and click on login. Assuming I've got this far successfully, I'm then presented with the terms and conditions for the use of ETSWAP, and having diligently read all of those, I click on the accept button, and I'm now prompted to set my own personal password and PIN combination. As per the instructions within the text there, it outlines the standard by which the password has to be set, and the pattern is 3 distinct groups of 3 letters in the format consonant, vowel, consonant. And just for the purposes of the example, I'm going to use the man, dog, cat that's been provided there. So I type in my password once, and a second time to verify that that is indeed correct. And then I have to specify a password, a PIN number, personal identification number. So again, there's some rules on this. Must be 6 digits in length, must contain at least 4 distinct digits, and should not be a series of 6 consecutive digits. So unfortunately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not acceptable. Just for the purposes of this example, I'm going to set 246813. And I click on save. The system confirms that my new password has been set, and I'm now fully in ETSWAP. Just a brief introduction to the system. On the left hand side, I have the options to view help, which is also visible from the menu bar in the top there. I can change the password that I've just set at any time, and I can view or edit my details. If I just very quickly show you this screen, I can see here basic details such as my username, my email address, which are at the current time they're identical, my name, job title, etc. The invite code here is quite important, as this is what basically links you as an individual operator user on the system to the installations that are contained within ETSWAP. So if for argument's sake you are a user that is responsible for more than one installation, you'll be able to, it's possible to assign you as an individual to those individual installations, but that's through this invite code. It's also possible to allow a member of the competent authority to impersonate your account. Again, they will need to know the invite code, which you have to provide to them. But you can also sort of disable that permission at any time by ticking or unticking the checkbox here. Whilst I'm editing, I'm just going to change my username to something a bit more, a bit easier to type in. So op1. I need to save those details. The system will check that there isn't an existing op1 in the system, and it's happy that that's fine. So if I return to my home page, I can now see a list of the installations and a summary of the tasks that may be outstanding for those installations.